Recording. Okay, Jude, welcome back. So as we mentioned today, inshallah, we should complete unit or start unit 3. As you see, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Right. So unit 3, as you see, work and rest. Work and rest. Okay. So
Okay.
what should you learn in this unit? So let me start with the grammar points. Here we have two main points, should and shouldn't, how to give advice using should and shouldn't, and how to give or explaining systems or rules in a certain place using can, can't, have to, and don't have to. So two
Yes.
important grammar points. You should use them to give tips and express rules in any place you want. After that, we should focus on the vocabulary, explaining daily routines and jobs. So at the end of this unit, inshallah, you should be able to describe your daily routine. How do you spend your day? Okay. It's, also, you mean daily routine? I mean weekends and weekdays. And also, this is, I think, the most important part in this unit, how to choose the best job for you and anyone else. This is good point and really useful for everyone.
Yes.
For the video, you should watch a video about amazing trains. Amazing trains. Okay? So let's start with the vocabulary focus, daily routines. Daily routines. So let me ask you, Jude, some questions here. On weekdays, I mean weekdays from Sunday to Thursday. On weekdays, is your routine the same or different every day?
Different.
How?
Because maybe on Sunday I just go to maybe just school, and maybe on Monday I go out with my family. Sometimes, but usually it's the same.
Okay. Hey, in what ways is your routine different at the weekend?
Maybe in a weekend I can go out, and yes, and weekend I don't go to school,
Okay.
not like weekdays, and yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. You mean you get up and go to bed at the same time on weekdays and at the weekend?
No.
Or you get up late at the weekend?
Yes.
Right. So this is different. The next question, do you find it easy to sleep during the day? I mean, are you familiar with or do you usually take a nap in the afternoon?
No.
No. Right. Do you ever sleep on public transport, like buses, trains, planes?
Yes, maybe in trains.
Why?
Because sometimes that's the plane is our destination. Maybe it's take a long time.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, of course. Yeah, it's normal, by the way, to relax, to sleep. If you don't have a book to read during your long trip, so it's a good idea to sleep, to enjoy your time once you arrive your destination. Okay, so here, yeah, Jude, we have some verbs. Write the time S of the day when it usually happens for you, each phrase. This may happen at several different times at a day. Okay? For example,
Yes.
I fall asleep. Write the times, of the day
Okay.
when
Yes.
it usually happens for you.
Okay. I fall asleep
Mhm.
Maybe 12 a.m.
Okay, I have an app.
Usually I don't, but
Yeah, it
mm,
happens,
maybe 2 p.m.
right? My alarm goes off,
That will stop.
goes off means يعني start ringing, start
Okay.
giving alarm for you.
Yes. Maybe 5.5.
Okay, I feel energetic. Energetic means full of power.
Yes. Um, maybe 9 a.m. That's in the
Okay,
weekday.
right. I feel tired.
I feel tired at
Yeah,
uh, maybe 11 p.m.
okay. I have a cup of tea or coffee.
Um, maybe 6 a.m. Sometimes.
Okay. What about I go to bed?
I go to bed at um 12 a.m.
I get up.
I get up 5.5 a.m.
Okay. Right. I have a bath or a shower.
Maybe 8 p.m.
I relax at home.
Um, from 1.5 to the holiday.
Yes. I finish school or work.
1:15
I go.
p.m.
I yes. I wake up.
I wake up.
By the way, what's the difference between I get up and I wake up?
I get up. That means that I get up from the bed. Yes, but wake up
Exactly.
that I have the energy. Yes.
I wake up means I stop sleeping. I wake up.
Yes.
You can
That
wake
I
up
have.
and يعني stay awake in the bed.
Yes.
Okay. But get up means خلاص you leave your bed and start getting dressed and for example use the bathroom for example, right? But wake up
Yes.
you can get up or stop sleeping but stay awake in the bed, right? So
Yes.
from one to 12 Jude here, as you see, I think it covers all the main activities every day for everyone, right? For any human on earth. So here, what about you? Um, this is examples, for example, who imagine now you are in your classroom and asking who gets up at the same time as you, maybe Gabriella or any person, right? Who usually feels energetic in the morning, who goes to bed after PM, who has a cup of tea in the morning, who usually has a nap in the afternoon, who has a shower before he or she goes to bed, who wakes up without an alarm clock, who has something to eat after 9 p.m. If I asked you the same questions about, let me say, your friends or your family members, say any names, for example, who usually feels energetic in the morning in your family?
In my family.
Yes, my sister, my dad, my mom,
Yes.
my grandparents, any person, right?
Okay. Yes.
So the same activities, the same daily routine, but number two about yourself, say I, as you see. But here, number three about somebody else, you can say he or she. Okay. For
Okay.
example, you can say my dad goes to bed after 11 p.m. My mom, for example, has a cup of tea in the morning. My sister usually has a nap in the afternoon, and so on, right?
Yes.
So
Right.
here, the next article actually is really amazing, Yajud. It's about short sleeper or long sleeper.
Mhm.
Short sleeper, long sleeper. Which is healthier? Which is,
Um,
what about you? Do you think you are short sleeper or long sleeper?
Long sleep.
Do you know what we mean by long sleeper?
Yes. The time that we sleep, not that's 12 a.m. No,
Mhm.
like how much we sleep,
Exactly. How
how
much
much
time
time.
do you sleep? Yes. So if you sleep more than 8 hours, means you are long sleeper. If you sleep less than 4 hours, okay, so you are short sleeper. In your opinion, Yajud, before we read the article, which is healthier in your opinion?
Long sleep.
Long sleeper. Okay. So I'll ask you the same question again, but after reading the article. So
Okay.
let's read here. This is reading focus. This is really useful for you. And after reading it and discussing all the questions, you should write a paragraph about sleeping habits. Again, sleeping habits. Which is better? Which is healthier? Short sleeper or long sleeper people? Okay. So here, before we read the article, let me ask you these questions. How do you usually feel when you wake up?
Sleepy.
Sleepy, okay, or tired, or energetic.
Yeah.
You feel sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
What helps you to wake up?
Um,
An alarm,
Maybe
someone in your family. What
yes.
helps you?
I think
My
sometimes
sometimes my
sometimes
phone.
my mother. Yes,
Like,
sometimes my mother. Sometimes.
exactly. Like, what helps you to fall asleep?
Um,
Once you go to bed, خلاص, you fall asleep. You go to sleep. You sleep directly. What helps you to do this?
some people will see this that's too okay, but I think
Mhm.
the energy drinks that make me sleep actually.
Okay. For most people, and one of them, to fall asleep, I prefer to read a book. Once you start reading, على طول, you can sleep. Okay. Some people, yes, may listen to music or use phones. It depends. So everyone has a special way or certain way to fall asleep. Okay. So what do you think is the perfect number of hours sleep for you? What do you think is the perfect number of hours sleep for you?
Okay, for me, the perfect 14
Yes.
hours.
14. Wow.
Yes,
Too much.
I sleep actually 14 hours if I don't have class.
Yeah.
Um, I'm absent for school 14 hours. Yes, I
Okay.
sleep.
Okay. So here, after reading this article, you should consider your sleeping hours. So now let's read the article. Read the text again. Read the text quickly. Discuss which is better, a short sleeper or a long sleeper. So read quickly, skim this passage, and let me know which is healthier, which is better, short sleeper or long sleeper. Okay.
Okay.
So please go directly to the main ideas in each paragraph. Then let's scan it and answer the given questions.
Okay.
Do you know dentist mean? What does it mean, dentist? This is dentist, as you see in the picture. This is Dr. channel هي طبيبة أسنان. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Finished?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
So based on the article, which is better, short steeper or long steeper?
The head here is short sleeve.
No, it doesn't matter actually. It depends based on the person itself or him or herself. So here in this article, Dr. Uchina, okay, yeah, she is a short sleeper. She sleeps only 4 or 3 hours. She sleeps after midnight and gets up at 4:30 every day like this. All right, and she feels energetic, and she does her job in a perfect way. But I think this routine doesn't meet all people. Okay,
Right.
so here, based on this article, let's say true or false. Dr. Chen, okay, gets up at the same time every day.
Right. True.
Yes, true. Right. The next one, she doesn't go to bed late.
False.
False. She go after midnight. False. Uh, sh- the next one, feels tired during the day.
False.
Mhm. More fun than job.
Um. False.
True. She's a TV. She has a TV program.
Um.
She has a surgery, uh, uh, dental surgery. Okay, and she has some time for her interests. So this is true. Are long sleepers?
Yes. True.
True. Only 3% are short sleepers. Nowadays, people sleep less than they did in the 19th century.
Um. False.
I think it's true. Why? Because in the past, people slept early because they had nothing to do in the evening. But now we have
Yes.
a lot of things to help you stay and spend your evening in different ways. Babies sleep more than teenagers.
Um. False.
This is true. Babies sleep 18 hours, but teenagers sleep only 10 hours. This is true. Like next, there are important differences between long sleepers and short sleepers.
True.
False. This is not true. Okay, so far they are the same. Here there are the recent studies or the latest research show that there are no important differences. Okay,
Okay.
so what do you think? Yeah, Jude. Well, anything really useful after reading this article? Do you agree with this article?
Yes.
Paper?
Um. Um.
Mhm.
Do I agree? Um.
Yeah,
Do you mean that I agree that
yeah,
short
no,
sleeper? Mm,
yeah. Which pieces of information you find interesting for you?
Um. I
For
think
example,
that there is people can feel energy that
feel,
they sleep just 4 or 3 hours. I can do
yeah,
this.
yes, yes, I agree with you. This is, uh, I think this is strange actually, because our bodies need enough time to recharge at night. So you need 5 to 6 hours. This is the minimal sleep hour for anyone, I think. Okay, and also 3%, only 3% of people who are short sleepers. So the majority of people are long sleepers. Long sleepers here, they sleep more than 7 hours. Okay, this is, I mean, sleeping at night, not during the day, right?
Mm, right.
Okay, so now we have some quotations, or let me say sayings. Do you agree or disagree, and say why, please? Right? Are the most relevant to you? Which do you completely disagree with? Decide which you think are the most relevant to you and which do you completely disagree with. For example, the first one, read it and let me know what do you think, please.
Okay. Um. I think the first one for me it's true
Mhm.
because if I don't sleep well, I think that my face will be
Yeah.
too weird. Yes, and that
Yes,
I think
exactly.
make me older. Yes.
That's true. And even you can't think properly. Okay. You should be
Mhm.
like a 2-year baby. You can't sleep, you can't study, you can't make any decision. Yes. Right. The next one, I agree with you. The next one, what do you think?
Um. The next one, I don't think that's. I sleep. In a second.
Okay.
That's too strong. Yes, because I can sleep too
Okay.
quickly. Yes,
Okay.
then
Good.
this is
But
what me.
yes, but sometimes you can face, or some people face this problem. They want to sleep,
Ye-
but they can't. Okay. This is
Yes,
an
sometimes
issue.
it's,
And sometimes they have to take some pills to sleep.
yes,
Right.
sometimes that's to me. Sorry, I hate it so much.
Yeah, exactly. The people who say that sleep like a baby usually don't have one. Mhm. Sleep like a
What
baby.
you um sleep like a baby? I don't
Mhm.
understand this.
Mean they sleep for long hours.
Okay. Um, don't have one. That mean that they don't do.
Yes, they don't sleep well.
Uh,
Okay?
um,
People who
maybe.
say they sleep like a baby usually don't have one.
I think this is false.
Yeah, I disagree. For me, sleeping is waste of time when I could be living. What do you think?
Um, um, does it mean that if I live that I have to sleep very well? I understand.
No. Some people think
Uh,
that sleeping hours is a waste of time. يعني بيفكروا ان هو ده وقت النوم مضيع على الوقت، يعني المفروض تفضل صحيين على طول.
no, false.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely
Totally
false.
disagree. Yeah. The last one,
Um, false. I disagree.
you disagree.
Yes.
Dreams are thoughts that we don't have time to think during the day. Yes. So at the end of this article, now I think you can differentiate between short sleeper and long sleeper, and which is good for us, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right. Here, actually, let's complete. This is really easy for you. How
Mm-hmm.
to use should and shouldn't to give advice. Please go to page, I think, 134, 134, SPR, study, practice, and remember. Three, four. One, this
24.
is 142, sorry, 142.
Yes.
Okay. Shouldn't, I think you know how to use them, Jude, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is easy for you. Of course, we use shouldn't to give advice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here you should use. Can you please read the first one?
Can we use should to say that something is a good idea or the right thing to do. We shouldn't say that something is not a good idea or not the right thing to do.
Exactly. When I ask you, you should study, means it's a good idea to study. You should see a doctor, means
Mm-hmm.
it's a good idea to see a doctor, and so on. You should buy a new alarm. You shouldn't leave your bag open on the bus like this. Type. Also, should is not as strong as have to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For example, you have to go now. This
Mm-hmm.
what means it is necessary to go. ضروري جدا.
Yes.
لازم. You have to. يعني شيء إجباري عليك. You should
Yes.
go now. You will be tired tomorrow. معناها مين؟ This is a good idea. مجرد suggestion. مجرد اقتراح. You can accept
Yes.
it or not. Also, you can use the following forms to give advice. Like what? Why don't you? Why don't you check the price on the internet? Why don't you see a doctor? Why don't you study for the test? Another way, try drinking. خلي بالك يا جود, after try بناخد ing. For
Yes.
example, try getting up early on weekdays. Try sleeping well at night. Try eating healthy food, and so on. So try
Mm-hmm.
drinking hot milk before going. So to give advice, you have three different ways. You can use should, shouldn't. You can use why don't you, or
Yes.
try plus ing. Right? Can you please complete practice one? Complete
Number
with
one,
one word only. Yeah.
try, don't you ask that man
No, no.
for
Don't you ask that man for direction. So you should say, why don't you? Why
um
don't you? Why
yes,
don't?
why? I'm sorry.
Hey, why don't you? Type the next one, cutting a little salt.
Putting. Let's try.
Yes, try. The next one,
You should worry so much.
you should worry or you shouldn't worry.
Shouldn't.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't worry. Type four,
Um, um,
I go to hairdressers or not? What do you think? Should I?
uh,
Okay. Type five, you go to bed early before an exam.
you should go to
Of
bed.
course, you should. Type, don't you tell him you feel.
Why?
Why? You shout at the children. It frightens them.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. You're right. Joining a gym. It's a good idea, a good way to get exercise.
Try.
Right. Type the next one here, Jude. Complete tips for runners. Use should, shouldn't, or a verb in the box. يعني number one, use should or shouldn't, plus use one of the verbs in the box. Go for a run, start, see, try, eat, take, buy, do. Number one, running, top tips for beginners. توب تيبس فور بيجنر، نصائح مهمة جدا للبيجنرز أو beginner.
Okay.
If you are
First
over
of all,
45,
um, you should.
you
No.
should
Yes, you should.
you should what? Your doctor to check that running is okay for you.
You should. No.
You should
Yeah,
see,
you should
yes.
see.
You should see, yes. Then you a good pair of trainers. Check that they are comfortable and give you good support.
Then
You should, huh? You should buy.
should have
You should
fine.
buy.
Okay.
Type next. You to do too much at the beginning. Start with 10 minutes running, then walk a little, and then run again.
Okay. You shouldn't
Yes, you
go for
shouldn't.
a run.
Exactly. You shouldn't go for a run. You running without doing some warm up. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't start.
Start, exactly. Type. When you finish, use some cool down exercises. You should do.
You should do.
You do, yes. At the beginning, you every day have a break every second or third day to give your legs time to relax.
You should take.
Okay. You should. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't go for a run every day. You shouldn't go for a run every day. You immediately before you go for a run, wait at least 1 hour.
You shouldn't.
Yes. You shouldn't. You shouldn't
Fast.
eat. You shouldn't eat.
Yes, fine.
You shouldn't eat immediately before you go for a run. Use some water with, especially if it is hot. You should take some water with you. You should take some water with you. Okay, Jude? Clear?
Okay.
So, yes, so this is the end of our class today. As you see, we started with the key word, the key vocabulary of expressing your daily routine, especially verbs. And we read an article about short sleeper and long sleeper, and then now how to give advice using should, shouldn't, or why don't you, or try plus gerund. So please, Jude, complete vocabulary and grammar focus one questions in the workbook, and try to write a paragraph about sleeping habits and use should, shouldn't, or try, or why don't you to give advice. Inshallah Rabbil Alameen, in our next class, we should complete Unit 3. Right?
Okay.
Any
Mr.
questions?
What class tomorrow?